Right now, as you're taking your evening walk, you could be triggering a silent countdown to a stroke that will strike while you sleep tonight, and you won't feel the damage happening until it's too late. I'm Dr. Bill Harrison, neurologist and stroke specialist. Last Tuesday at 2:47 a.m., I watched a 74-year-old woman lose the ability to speak forever, not because she ate poorly or ignored her medications, but because of how she walked. What I'm about to reveal will shock every senior who thinks walking is the safest exercise there is. Before we go further, quick check. Type 1 in the comments if you walk regularly for exercise. Type 0 if you rarely walk. I need to know how many of you might be at risk right now. Tonight, I'll expose 9 common walking mistakes that are secretly tripling stroke risk in adults over 60. These aren't obvious dangers. These are habits millions of seniors do every single day, thinking they're improving their health. If you're over 60 and walk for exercise, hit that subscribe button for inspired living right now. This could be the most important health information you receive all year. But first, let me tell you about Eleanor Patterson, the patient who forever changed how I think about walking and stroke risk. Eleanor, 72, was my model patient. Walked 3 miles every evening, rain or shine. Blood pressure controlled, ate healthy, never missed a doctor's appointment. "Walking is my medicine," she'd always say. Last month, her husband brought her to my ER at 3 a.m. She'd had a massive stroke in her sleep. When I reviewed her habits, I discovered she was making 7 of the 9 walking mistakes I'm about to share with you. Eleanor is now in assisted living. She can't walk without help, can't speak clearly. Her husband visits every day, holding her hand, wishing he'd known the warning signs. All because nobody warned her that how you walk matters more than whether you walk. Let me show you exactly what Eleanor did wrong and what thousands of seniors are doing right now that's putting their brains in danger. Walking mistake number 1, walking without water, the blood thickening trap. Margaret Jameson, 68, loved her morning walks. She'd head out at 6 a.m. for her 45-minute route, proud that she never missed a day. "I'll drink when I get home," she'd think. But here's what Margaret didn't know. After just 30 minutes of walking, especially in seniors, mild dehydration begins. Your blood literally gets thicker. When blood thickens, it moves slower through narrowing arteries. Slower blood means higher clot risk. Higher clot risk means stroke risk. It's that simple and that deadly. 3 months ago, Margaret collapsed in her kitchen 2 hours after her walk. The diagnosis? Ischemic stroke caused by a clot. Her blood work showed chronic mild dehydration. "But I drink plenty of water," she told me through tears. Yes, but not when it mattered most. Even a 2% drop in hydration can increase stroke risk by 40% in adults over 65. Your aging body can't regulate fluid balance like it used to. The fix is simple. Drink 8 ounces of water 20 minutes before walking. Carry a water bottle and sip every 10 minutes. Drink another 8 ounces within 30 minutes of finishing. Your blood stays fluid. Your stroke risk drops dramatically. Walking mistake number 2, walking without sun protection, the silent vessel damage. Elaine Madison, 76, walked every morning at 10 a.m. "I need my vitamin D," she'd say, walking in short sleeves, no hat, no sunglasses. She had no idea that UV exposure causes inflammation in blood vessels, especially in aging skin. This inflammation doesn't just affect your skin, it triggers a cascade of damage in your arteries. The carotid arteries in your neck, which feed your brain, are particularly vulnerable. Chronic sun exposure without protection literally ages these vessels faster. Elaine's stroke happened on a sunny Tuesday morning right after her walk. The heat and UV exposure had triggered vascular inflammation that pushed her already fragile vessels over the edge. She now struggles with partial paralysis and lives with constant regret. Protection protocol. Wear a wide-brimmed hat, UV-blocking sunglasses, lightweight long sleeves, or SPF 50 on exposed skin. Walk before 10 a.m. or after 4 p.m. when possible. Your vessels will thank you. If you're learning something new about sun exposure and stroke risk, type 1 now. Type 0 if you already knew this connection. Your feedback helps Inspired Living create better content. Walking mistake. Number 3. Walking in isolation, no one to notice the warning signs. Leonard Baines, 71, cherished his solo walks. "It's my thinking time," he'd say, but when Leonard had a mini stroke during his evening walk, no one was there to notice. He felt dizzy, his speech slurred briefly, his left arm went weak for a minute. Then it passed. "Just tired," he thought, and finished his walk. That night, he had a major stroke. Those symptoms were warning signs, his brain's desperate cry for help. With someone there, he could have gotten immediate treatment and prevented the devastating stroke that followed. Solo walking after 60 is Russian roulette with your brain. You need someone who can recognize stroke symptoms including facial drooping, arm weakness, and speech changes. Every minute counts. Brain cells die at a rate of 1.9 million per minute during a stroke. Safety solutions: walk with a partner, join a walking group, or carry a phone with emergency contacts on speed dial. Tell someone your route and expected return time. Consider a medical alert device. Your independence isn't worth your life. Walking mistake number 4. Walking after a heavy dinner. The digestion danger zone. Harriet Colson, 70, had a routine. Big dinner at 6 p.m., walk at 7 p.m. Helps me digest, she believed. But here's the deadly truth. After a heavy meal, up to 25% of your blood flow diverts to your digestive system. That means 25% less blood for your brain. For young adults, this isn't critical. But for seniors with already compromised circulation, it's a stroke waiting to happen. Add the exertion of walking, and you're asking your brain to function on dangerously low blood flow. Harriet's stroke happened at 2 a.m. The combination of reduced cerebral blood flow from digestion and the stress of walking created the perfect storm. She now needs 24-hour care. The 90-minute rule: wait at least 90 minutes after any meal before walking. Better yet, eat lighter dinners. Walk first, eat after. Your brain needs blood more than your stomach needs a walk. Walking mistake number 5. Walking with poor posture, the artery compression crisis. Albert Knox, 77, walked miles every day, but always looked down, shoulders hunched, head forward. Watching for cracks in the sidewalk, he'd explain. What Albert didn't realize was that this forward head position compresses the carotid arteries by up to 30%. Compressed arteries mean reduced blood flow. Reduced blood flow means oxygen-starved brain cells. Do this daily, and you're slowly suffocating your brain with every step. Albert's mini-stroke happened during a walk. The combination of arterial compression and exertion triggered a transient ischemic attack. He was lucky this time. Posture prescription. Keep your chin parallel to ground, eyes forward, shoulders back, chest open. Imagine a string pulling you up from the crown of your head. Every 5 minutes, do a posture check. Consider physical therapy to correct chronic posture problems. Walking mistake number 6. Wearing the wrong shoes, the circulation killer. Jeannie Morrison, 69, wore the same walking shoes for 3 years. "They're broken in perfectly," she'd say, but those worn shoes were destroying her circulation. Poor arch support altered her gait, compressed foot vessels, and created pressure points that restricted blood flow. Here's what most seniors don't know: foot circulation directly impacts whole body circulation. Restricted vessels in your feet create a domino effect, increasing clot risk throughout your body, including your brain. Jeannie developed a deep vein thrombosis that traveled to her brain, causing a stroke. all from shoes that felt fine. Shoe Solutions. Replace walking shoes every 300 to 500 miles or when tread wears down. Ensure proper fit with thumbs width at the toe, firm heel counter, flexible forefoot. Consider compression socks for better circulation. Your feet are your foundation. Type 1 if you've been wearing the same walking shoes for over a year. Type 0 if you regularly replace them. This matters more than you think. Walking, mistake number 7, walking on steep or uneven surfaces, the pressure spike trap. Raymond Ellis, 73, loved challenging himself with hilly walks. "Keeps me young," he'd boast, but those steep inclines were silently damaging his brain. Walking uphill can spike blood pressure by 40 to 60 points. For seniors with less elastic arteries, these spikes are dangerous. Uneven surfaces create additional problems. Your body constantly adjusts to maintain balance, causing rapid blood pressure fluctuations. These microspikes, repeated over time, weaken vessel walls. Raymond's stroke happened at the top of his favorite hill. The exertion plus altitude change created a pressure surge his weakened vessels couldn't handle. Terrain tips. Choose flat, even paths. If you must walk hills, go slowly and rest frequently. Monitor your breathing. If you can't speak in full sentences, you're pushing too hard. Your ego isn't worth your brain. Walking mistake. Number 8. Walking while distracted, missing your body's SOS signals. Donna Harwick, 75, never walked without her phone. Catching up on calls, listening to loud music, checking messages. She was connected to everything except her own body. When stroke warning signs appeared, including sudden headache, vision changes, and mild confusion, she missed them all. Distraction doesn't just risk missing symptoms, it actually increases stroke risk by elevating stress hormones and disrupting your natural walking rhythm. Donna's stroke could have been prevented if she'd noticed the warning signs. Instead, she pushed through, distracted, until it was too late. Mindful walking rules. Leave the phone on silent. If you must listen to something, keep volume low enough to hear your breathing. Every 10 minutes, do a body scan. How's your balance? Your vision? Your speech? Your body talks, so listen. Walking mistake number 9. Walking too late in the evening. The nighttime neural nightmare. Dennis Monroe, 78, walked every night at 9 p.m. Helps me sleep, he claimed. But late evening exercise in seniors does the opposite. It stimulates your sympathetic nervous system when it should be winding down. This causes overnight blood pressure surges, prime time for strokes. Your circadian rhythm affects stroke risk. Blood pressure naturally rises between 3 and 6 a.m. Add the residual effects of late exercise, and you've created a deadly combination. Dennis had his stroke at 4:47 a.m. His evening walks had been setting the stage for disaster every single night. Timing solution: walk before 6 p.m., ideally morning or early afternoon. If you must walk later, keep it gentle. No power walking after sunset. Your brain needs to rest at night, not recover from exercise stress. Now I need you to be honest. Count how many of these walking mistakes you make. Walking without water, no sun protection, walking alone, walking after heavy meals, poor posture, wrong shoes, uneven terrain, walking distracted, evening walks. Type that number in the comments. If it's 3 or more, your walking routine is putting your brain at serious risk. Remember Eleanor Patterson, my patient from the beginning? She made 7 of these mistakes. After her stroke, she told me something that broke my heart. I thought I was doing everything right. Walking was supposed to save my life, not ruin it. But here's the hope. Unlike Eleanor, you now know better. You can walk safely. You can protect your brain. You can maintain your independence. Your safe walking protocol starts tomorrow. Morning prep includes drinking water, checking shoes, and planning safe routes. Right timing means walking between 7 to 10 a.m. or 3 to 5 p.m. Proper gear includes good shoes, sun protection, and water bottle. Stay aware by avoiding distractions, maintaining posture, and monitoring your body. Choose smart terrain with flat, even surfaces only. Never walk alone without a partner or safety plan. Hydrate constantly before, during, and after. Share this video with 3 people over 60 who walk for exercise. You might save their life. Eleanor's family wishes someone had warned her. Now you can be that person for someone else. If this video opened your eyes to walking dangers you never knew existed, hit that like button. Subscribe to Inspired Living for more life-saving health insights. Type 1 if you're committed to fixing your walking routine starting tomorrow. Type 0 if you need more convincing. Your brain's future depends on the choice you make today. This information is for educational purposes only. Always consult your healthcare provider before making changes to your exercise routine, especially if you have existing health conditions. Remember, walking is still one of the best exercises for seniors. But, like any powerful medicine, it must be taken correctly. The difference between medicine and poison is often just the dose and the method. You now know what Eleanor didn't, what thousands of seniors will learn too late. Use this knowledge, walk wisely, protect your brain. Your next walk could strengthen your brain or stroke it. The choice is yours. Walk smart. Live long, stay independent.